everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I know I've been away for a minute. Work got a little crazy last month of August, and so I wasn't really able to like sit down and film and do what I would really like to do. So I'm going to be coming at you today with a video about new releases of more like, am I gonna get them, or is it a hard pass, or me recommending that, hey, if you have this palette already, you probably don't need this. So hopefully if you want to see what items I cover, then keep on watching. But before we get into anything, you already know what you got to do. Click that subscribe button, hit that bell, getting notifications when I post new videos, and click that like button letting me know you're liking the stuff that I'm putting out. So without wasting any more time, let's get into this video. Alright, so I'm just going to be kind of scrolling through Trendmood and kind of going through and seeing which ones that pique my eye. Most of the ones that I'm going to be looking at are more on your affordable end. So I'm going to be telling you, hey, this is good, hey, this ain't, you know, so on and so forth. So the first one that I want to look at, I got my little phone right here. First one I want to look at is by ColourPop. It's called X's and O's. This is going to be an exclusive release to Ulta. So if you're wondering why it ain't really sold on their site, because it's pretty much an Ulta exclusive. It may eventually pop up on the site, but for right now it's an Ulta exclusive. You're going to get 12 shades in this palette, and it's going to run you $16. So it's cute, but you probably have these shades about 15 million over. Like, I'm not even kidding. If you have You Had Me at Hello by ColourPop, you pretty much have this palette. You don't need this palette. But I mean, it's cute for what it is. So I mean, if you like it, I mean, and you don't really have shades like this, it would be a really good grab. Plus it's super affordable at $16. But again, if you have like You Had Me at Hello, Give It To Me Straight, any warm berry tone palettes, you have this palette already, so you really don't need it. But it's a cute one, and I like the play on X's and O's, and I'm pretty sure the shade names in there are play on that little theme that they're going with. So you got that one. Alright, the next one I'm going to look at is the new Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette. I mean, it's currently on sale right now. You can pre-order it. I know I had tried to the other day, but yeah, that did not go over so well. You're going to get 9 shades, and I believe the palette will run you $20. I'm gonna get it personally anyway, because I collect Juvia's Place palettes, and plus the artwork is absolutely stunning. But if you have Zulu and Afrique, you don't really need it, because that's basically what this is. This is Zulu and Afrique kind of slapped together. Like, the color story kind of makes sense, but it doesn't make full sense. Like, it's kind of all over the place. But for the most part, the colors that you see on the front of the palette are the colors that are in the palette. So if you kind of want a guide as to how the palette's gonna look on the inside, you kind of just need to look at the cover. The cover tells you kind of what colors are going to be in the palette. So if you like super bright colors, you're really gonna like this palette. And from the looks of it, there's only going to be, there's two shimmers in it. There may be 3, but right now I can only see 2. But it's a mostly matte palette. So I mean, personally, I'm gonna get it, but I'm going to wait until this next palette comes out, which is, let me get out of that one. It's going to be the Nomad palette. Now, we have not seen a picture of the inside yet, but if the outside is an indicator of what the inside is gonna be, this palette is going to be bae, because I see some beautiful neon colors on this palette. I predict that there's going to be some browns in this palette, and it looks like it's going to be a big palette. It's not going to be a small one. It's going to be a nice hefty size one. It's probably going to be like probably around the same shadows as like her Magic palette and her Masquerade, like the big Masquerade palette, not the Masquerade mini. If the colors on this cover are any indication, this palette's gonna be bae, and it's gonna be in my hands. You best believe it. It's going to be in my hands. So I believe this palette, the price hasn't come out yet. So once that does come out, you will see what it is. It just it looks stunning. It looks stunning. So that's that release. Let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling through Trend Mood. So I'll take a bite at this one. This is the new Dominique Cosmetics, the Celestial Storm palette. You're going to get 12 shades in this palette, and it's kind of a mix of warm and kind of vibrant colors in this palette. I'm not really seeing a price. Let me see if they have, okay, they may have the price up here on this one. Nope, there's still no price. So I still don't really know how much this palette is going to be, but it's cute, but it's one of those where it's kind of like an odd mix of colors that it's okay. But if you like Dominique Cosmetics, then it's going to be a good pickup for you. But I mean, if not, then you know what you got to do. All right, let's see. Still scrolling through Trend Mood. Like this, I'll put it this way. Whoa, wait, scratch it. Let me add another ColourPop palette. So ColourPop is coming out with a palette called Truly Madly Deeply. This is probably going to be along the lines of like those, like the palettes Fame and Fortune. It's that size. And so you're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You're gonna get 16 shades in this palette. It doesn't say, well, it might say if I look at another. This palette's gonna run you $23. So you're gonna get 16 shades with a mix of shimmers, pressed glitters, and mattes. It's gonna run you $23. I have these shades 15 million times over. I don't really need this palette. I mean, it was kind of the same thing with Fame and Fortune or something like that. I forget. I know one of them was Fame. I forget what the other one was. I'll put the name up here somewhere. But yeah, it's okay. One of the glitters looks cute. It's almost like a little duochrome a little bit. But I mean, other than that, I mean, this palette it's okay. Like if you have some of like, if you bought like Sweet Talk and California Love, you have these shades. You don't need it. So if you want that, then go right ahead and get it. But other than that, I mean, for me, this is kind of a hard pass. Let's see what else. Was it Trend Mood announced, but everyone knows this, that KKW is officially going to be sold in Ulta. My feelings on that are, you buy what you want, but I'm just letting you know right now, if you like Kylie Cosmetics and you like KKW, you're buying overpriced ColourPop. Because the same lab that makes ColourPop is the same lab that makes KKW and Kylie Cosmetics. That is common knowledge. So everyone knows you're kind of paying for the name. Like legit, you're paying for the name. The products are pretty much the same. So please save yourself the headache. And don't. You don't really need it. And most of her stuff is like, if you like the neutral girl of the century, that's what KKW makeup is for. If you like neutrals, that's your jam. Period, point blank. What else? Let's see. Melt Cosmetics is coming out with a super bright palette. I believe yes, it's called Radioactive. This palette is going to run you $48. Again, my channel is $50 and below, so guess what? This palette is technically within the wheelhouse. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna get 8 shades in this palette. Looks like 2 of them are, maybe 2 to 3 of them are shimmers. The rest are mattes. If you got rainbow palettes, you have these shades. If you like Melt's formula, you're probably gonna like this palette. But I'm gonna be honest. Again, if you own, let me think with palettes. If you own Take Me to Brazil, you don't need it. If you own the James Charles palette by Morphe, you don't really need this. Another palette that this looks similar to is the new paint palette by Glamlight. If you got that, you really don't need this. Like, you're just at this point, you're just spending unnecessary money. Don't do it to yourself. So that's another one. Let's see. Well, actually, not a palette, it's more of a collection. So there's like this little tri-colored, looks like a blush and highlight palette. It's got some, looks like it's got some lipsticks that go with it. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I have a bunch of, most of my palettes are bright. I used to be a neutral girl, but then I got into color and I was just like, ooh, color. So, I mean, it's okay. I'm not like taken aback by it. So, let's see if there's anything else. Excuse me, my nose is being runny. I mean, obviously, you got the new Norvina palette. You're going to get 25 shades, and that palette is going to run you $60. Yeah. So this released literally 3 weeks after Jackie's palette released. So it kind of stole her shine a little bit. I mean, she cute. If you like those shades, like, it's basically, if you're like, I'm a purple girl, this screams to me, but I have majority of these shades in other palettes, so it's not something that I personally want to sit here and spend $60 on. But if you like this, go ahead and get it. If you like ABH's formulas, go ahead and get it. I have the Subculture palette again, thank you, Ladessa. But yeah, it's just not something that I'm clamoring to get. I have majority of these shades. So let's see what else is on here. I mean, that's about it. Oh, here we go. So you have this new Palm Springs palette by Too Faced, where they're giving you like it's like a specialty Better Than Sex mascara, and then specialty peach hangover primer spray with peach extract in it. So yeah, it's like they tried to, okay, this palette looks straight up like Friendcation from Dose of Colors. If you have Friendcation, you don't need this palette. I mean, the palette's gonna run you $45. The primer spray, the primer and setting spray is going to run you $32. And then the mascara is $25. Yeah, no. Again, if you got Friendcation, you don't need this palette. If you have, there's probably some ColourPop palettes that you have that have these shades in it, and you really don't need it, because it's like, oh, neutrals with a pop of blue. You don't need it. What else? That's pretty much it. So if you like this video, you know, then comment down below on some releases that you're really excited about. I know, like I said, I want Warrior 3. I'm not like uber excited about it, but I'm just getting it to, you know, complete my collection. But I'm really excited for what Nomad is going to look like on the inside. That cover art is stunning. So again, comment down below telling me which releases you're really excited about. Obviously, before you head out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, deuces.